So first things first, BlackRock just confirmed something about XRP. And even though it's not what we wanted, I think this might be the first time that we've got BlackRock officially talking about it. So at least it's been put on the map, which I think is pretty nice. Anyway, if you're wondering exactly what, there was an XRP ETF filing by BlackRock, some people thought. Unfortunately, it was all just a fraud and it made the XRP price spike. But now officially we've got BlackRock confirming that it was all a hoax. Again, unfortunately. And people have been asking, is this the official BlackRock account? Well, if you take a look at their Twitter, you notice they are affiliated with BlackRock. And on the official BlackRock Twitter, if you press affiliates, you can find this account in there, aka the news is solid. It's confirmed BlackRock has not yet, which is the most crucial part there, yet filed an XRP trust. But logically speaking, the fact that they're going after Ethereum means an ETF for XRP should not be too far away. And many people have been asking me, Dusty, how high will the price go if we actually see this ETF? And I'm telling you, most likely it will be pretty similar to what we just saw with this fake XRP ETF or with the Ethereum ETF, 15-20% or so of a pump that specific day. But most likely over the near term, depending on what the process is going to look like for approval, it could definitely be 50 or so percent. And if it actually does get approved, most likely, I think, depending a bit on what exact market we're in, but I do believe the XRP price will double, if not triple, that exact day. You've got to understand, the interest in all this digital stuff is higher than ever seen before. Now, you might start talking here that CBDCs are not crypto, and you'd be correct. Central bank digital currencies are digital currencies nonetheless, but not cryptocurrencies. So them replacing cash is not what we want, but generally speaking, that's the direction that we're going. And if you're an avid supporter of Ripple, you'd be very happy if it does, because Ripple has been building platforms to allow for CBDCs to be built on top of the XRP ledger, but privatized versions. A matter of fact, this is something I should keep adding in every video. If you're an XRP holder, you've got the same mission as Ripple. On the one end, Ripple wants the XRP price to do extremely well and wants to build crazy adoption for it. On the opposite side, and I will always be completely open and honest with you by saying, Ripple doesn't really care about you. They are trying to change the entire financial system, but you as an individual are not that important. So they won't act in your best interest, but they'll act in the best interest of either XRP or Ripple, which ultimately, again, usually goes back to XRP because they've just got a freaking ton of it. So it just makes sense. But I will leave a link down below to link to, as it's a platform where, and a lot of people still don't know this, you can buy Ripple stock. I'll make it better. If you use the link down below, this is not sponsored, but I'm telling you, you get $500 for free. I can't make it any better than that. Link down below. That's to buy Ripple stock pre-IPO. You can buy it officially. You've got my word. It's extremely simple. You'd be surprised. Can be connected to Uphold as well if you want to buy it through crypto, I guess. And I'm still surprised of just how many people don't know it. But again, link down below. You get $500 for free after you make your first. I'm not sure even if it's after your first purchase. Just take a look at it. The link down below will probably say exactly when you get it, but it's definitely worth checking it out. If you want to be benefited more, whenever you read these announcements, you're thinking, oh, that must be really nice for Ripple. But yeah, what does it do for me? Again, for that reason, I like to be in these companies instead of just crypto. And that's actually a little fun thing. I have my channel about crypto, but I personally think as well, sometimes it's nice to buy some precious metals, your gold and silver. Some people actually have different precious metals that they like, but I don't think it's a bad idea. And some pre-IPO stocks or even some stocks are not that bad of an idea. At the end of the day, you're trying to build the best properly hedged portfolio. You're not just trying to be an only crypto guy. At the end of the day, it's a big science as to what's the best strategy to make money, where part should be for the longevity, the long term, mostly invested in these safe plays. But then right now, as the bull market enters and we start to get into crazier territory, I personally think it should be more and more into these, simply put, degenerate type of cryptocurrencies that don't have fundamentals, but people are just hoping for more gains. You might call that something that's wrecking crypto. I don't care though. If it makes money, I'm telling you guys about it like I always do. Anyway, some additional interesting crypto pieces for today. The Commerz Bank has been granted a crypto custody license, and they said, I think it was somewhere down below here, this highlights their ongoing commitment to applying the latest technologies and innovations, and it forms the foundation for supporting our customers in the areas of digital assets, as apparently it's been wanted. It's been wanted. But again, you can read through the lines here as well that Deutsche Bank was going for it. And now that this crypto winter is over, basically, I think every single bank wants to get their foot in the door, as we've seen with BlackRock joining the game. If we're talking about general finance news, a couple of interesting things happened. Starbucks apparently is going for a strike tomorrow. The CPI numbers, so the inflation numbers, came down even lower than expected. That, I think, was the wildest thing of this week. So the expected value, you can't perfectly see, but right here, you can see was 3.3, down from 3.7. So already a very massive drop, but it turned out to be 3.2, which is just absolutely massive. House passes a stopgap funding bill. Burry and Buffett update their portfolios. I don't think that's too crazy though. US and China to crack down on fentanyl. And Just Dario had an interesting comment here. He says, sir, you're missing Japan's GDP that came at minus 2.1% year over year versus 0.4 in the minus that was expected, which is also absolutely massive. But Japan in a lot of ways is just like I said, in a lot of ways, it's just very interesting. The way their economy works is a mystery to most, I'd say. Anyway, on a side note, I've seen a lot of people get excited about this. Ripple whales go big. $60 million inflows hint at price resurgence. You got to understand this, guys. Money movements, right? $60 million, $100 million, $200, $500 million. At the end of the day, it does not matter too much. It depends on who's moving the money and for what purpose, but most of the time, you will not know. What I mean with that is, even if you see a money movement of $1 billion, it could be Binance moving it. It could be Ripple moving it. And at that point, it means nothing because perhaps they're just switching wallets. If we know, hey, it's going from an exchange to an unknown wallet, usually we decide, because that's just the basis, that means if he's taking it out of an exchange to an unknown wallet, he just bought XRP and he's trying to hold it. Vice versa, if it's going from an unknown wallet to an exchange, usually we think of that as selling pressure. It's not per se true, but that's how we think of it. But I'd again say that the simple truth with XRP to follow is just that as long as Bitcoin keeps on this trajectory, XRP will follow suit, but I'd say with slightly more gains. So this week was not too amazing for XRP. We're down about 7% or so. Partially, I think, because of the crazy FUD that just came around with the fake ETF. But generally speaking, it's within margin of how most of these cryptos are doing. Just to add some perspective, as you can see right here, over the month, XRP is actually doing the exact same as Ethereum is. So it's just slightly different performance over the exact week, but generally speaking, everything is following Bitcoin at a slightly worse number for the most part. And that's what you see in the starting phases of the bull run. Some of these altcoins, they greatly outperform Bitcoin, but a lot of them don't. And then at some point, that's why, again, a lot of us are banking on XRP. Nearly every single coin here is going to be at plus 400% over the month, plus like 150% over the week, and plus 40% over the day. And you're going to be seeing that nearly every single day. That's, again, bull market vibes. It's going to surprise a lot of people, I think, just how crazy the gains are and just how crazy something like XRP can do. I know a lot of people don't have faith. They think, hey, XRP is a scam coin. It's been down for so long. Even this run, it's not going to go crazy. But I'm telling you right now, I personally, and this is not financial advice, just my thoughts, see the probability of XRP not going absolutely insane as 1%. I'd say there's a 99% certainty in my own belief system. All right, this is not advice. This is just my thoughts that I'm sharing. But I see it as a 99% certainty that as long as Bitcoin does good, XRP will do better. The timing on it is as I described before. You're going to see that turnaround point where most altcoins outperform, and that will also be XRP's time to shine. But we've got a lot of cool news potentially on the horizon, especially since they had all this scrutiny from the SEC in previous runs. I think that's another reason why XRP is going to significantly outperform most others. But I just tell you, stay tuned. Things are about to get interesting. And make sure you check back tomorrow or later today for some more crypto news.